good morning and or good afternoon. You are welcome to today's live webinar. Um, Please go ahead and let us know in the chat where you are joining us from, maybe what role you have in FM. Go ahead and like this on LinkedIn, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you can, so that we can share more of this great content with people all over the world. I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Diana Tabor. Along with me is David Gill. We are both account managers here at IFMA, part of your training support team. In the background, helping us produce this and answer questions is Kim Coffey, our Senior Director of Sales. Another one of our account managers, Gail Head. And then the woman behind the screen is Daniela Werner, making all the magic happen. David, would you like to go ahead and tell everybody a little bit about who IFMA is?
Yes, absolutely. So IFMA is the most trusted FM professional organization with over 40 years in the industry. We are committed to the FM profession. We want to advance our FMs worldwide. And we provide training, and we also provide the ability to network with experts and your peers.
Exactly.
So what does it take to be a successful FM? As you can see on the slide here, the passion for training, for learning, studying, a solid foundation in the fundamentals of FM. That's a very critical one. The determination to make an impact in your organization, and the confidence that your expertise will be verified by these credentials. Now, all these things together, they are what it's very important with all these things together that will make you you. And it's very important that you have a plan that is unique to you for your training.
Correct. And so that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about building a blueprint, making a personalized training plan for you for your learning. So kind of like the graphic on the screen shows, you may be thinking, where do I start? Where do I begin? Am I going to succeed? Do I have the right amount of time? And so IFMA's here to help you improve your knowledge in the areas that you need to learn that knowledge while you're living your regular life. I mean, all of us have different learning patterns. So the benefits to building this personalized training plan can be unique to you, just like your experience as an FM has been unique. Next slide, please. So IFMA has developed a new self-assessment tool. It covers the 11 core competencies that build our knowledge base. It takes you over 300 questions, and it helps you to identify your strengths and your weaknesses within FM to help you figure out maybe if you have some gaps in your knowledge and where you would need to maybe take some courses or maybe study for the FMP if it's time for that, or sustainability. And then you can print reports at the end that will show you where your knowledge needs to grow. And then you can use that report to go to leadership if you would like for your employer to maybe help pay for any education that you're going to pursue. And it's just another tool that we have to help you along your learning journey. Next slide, please.
So once you have assessed and you found those gaps in your knowledge through the use of this tool, you can take the courses that you need prior to taking the CFM exam that help you to achieve that. So these courses are going to be tailor-made for you. You pick them. You're not going to be taking redundant courses, things that you already know. You're going to be taking things that actually help to fill in those gaps and give you the foundation that you need so that when you take the CFM, you're ready.
So here at IFMA, we have a couple of different paths to learning. For those of you who are new to FM, we recommend that you start with the essentials. Or if you're in an FM adjacent profession, we also recommend the essentials. Then for those of you who have at least a year of FM experience, we recommend the FMP as a good course for you. After you've gained that FMP and you want to maybe do a deeper dive into sustainability, we offer our SFP. And then for those of you who have certain knowledge and experience under your belt, we offer the CFM certification. And the FMP, SFP, and CFM are all globally recognized and ANSI accredited. Next slide, please. So if you are somebody who is looking to decide if you are ready to sit for the CFM exam, we have this neat little graphic, and we can share a link to where you can find that online as well. And it just goes through and shows you exactly, do I have the right number of years of experience? Do I have the right education experience? And then it'll kind of help guide you to if you're ready to sit for the CFM exam, or if maybe you should fill in some gaps in your knowledge elsewhere. Next slide, please. So whenever you get any IFMA credential, work on your professional development, you're going to get a performance boost. If you are looking to share this information with the decision maker at your office to help, again, like I mentioned, pay for these courses, we have research that backs up these statistics, and we would certainly be happy to share that with you. But those are some pretty impressive statistics listed if you read those on the slide there. So once you begin your learning here with us at IFMA, we don't just leave you alone. We are here to support you every step of the way if you want that help. We have study guides that can help keep you on a certain path to meet, if you decide that you want to take a course or work on one of our credentials and you want to get there by a certain time, we have study guides to help pace you through that. Whenever you become, if you become a member of IFMA, we have engage groups, which is a great way to network not only with experts and peers, but people who are not only credential holders that you could reach out to, but also people who are studying for the same credential or course that you're studying for. We do offer instructor-led courses if you need that personal attention with a teacher. And then we do have this training support team. You've just met 4 of us, and we have one more person on our team we are here and happy to help you through this. And then also localized training through IFMA chapters, and then our education training affiliates. Next slide, please.
Okay, so as a thank you for spending time with us today. We wanted to give you some discount codes. These are valid through May 31st. You have your training 50, which is $50 off the Essentials of FM or one of our FM core competency courses. And then we have your training 100, which is $100 off the SFP, the FMP bundle, or the core competency bundle.
So at this time, we usually take Q&A, but can you go back to the assessment tool slide, please, Daniela, so that we can talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, hi everybody. As we're waiting for some questions to come in, wanted to come back to this because I think Diana and David did a great job of highlighting that when you're looking at your training and you maybe have that barrier of, I don't even know where to begin, or I think I'm pretty knowledgeable, so what should I do? I don't know if I'm ready for a certification. I've heard that that's pretty difficult and it can be very intimidating. IFMA, and this is a brand new tool, we've really took our time in creating something that we feel is going to be beneficial for you. It's a self-assessment tool. Just like the slide says, it covers the 11 core competencies that IFMA has identified. It has a lot of subtopics under that. And these are not questions that test your knowledge. This is more of a way for you to do a self-assessment on how strong are you in that particular area. So it goes from a scale of 0 to 5, basically. If you are have some awareness to them, that means you've got a little bit of knowledge, so you would put a 1 on there. If you look at the specific topic and you go, I really know that, I do that every day in my job, then you would want to pick a 5. And at the end, you will have a dashboard, and that dashboard will let you know overall what is your strength or your weakness in operations and maintenance. But it has subtopics. So you can say, okay, for half of that, I'm really strong, but I do have some gaps, so I probably need to look at that. Or you might go, okay, I'm great in that, but real estate, I really haven't been exposed to much of that in the positions that I've held as a facilities professional. And so for each one of those core competencies, IFMA will make suggestions for a course that could help you strengthen your knowledge. Just like the team was saying, everybody is very unique. The amount of time you've been in facilities is going to be different than others. The type of job that you do in the facility will be very different. And our training will provide you a global aspect, which also helps, especially if a lot of what you do is very regionalized. It will help you be able to understand the different risks and the different issues that different facilities have. So it teaches you how to think, not exactly what to think, because as you probably know as an FM, you have to think on your feet. Every day is a different day. I think the best thing that I heard was from Brent, and I believe Brent is also watching on here. He's currently going through and obtaining his SFP, and at Facility Fusion, he said that he works for a smaller organization, and so he doesn't necessarily have the opportunity to be exposed to a lot of different challenges, and going through the training has helped him broaden that knowledge, and it prepares him for when he may be at a different type of facility or different organization. And so that is something that, again, as you're looking at how do I figure out what I need to do, I really encourage you to take a look at this self-assessment. There are a lot of different self-assessments out there. And you're welcome. Obviously, I encourage you to go wherever you're comfortable and to get a good idea and good handle on what your knowledge is and where you feel additional training might be helpful. For IFMA, we've tried to remove the barrier of price. If you're a member, it's $25. But one thing, and I don't know that we said this, be prepared. It's going to take you about 2 hours to fully go through this. You do not have to do it in one setting. It saves your progress as you go. But the cool thing about this self-assessment is as you gain knowledge, you can go back in and reassess your skill set. And so this tool becomes a lifelong learning tool where you can go in and reflect as you strengthen your knowledge, no matter where you get the training from. With IFMA, we are all about advancing your profession and your career. We have great training, but we know that there's training in other areas that might be related to this. So for those of you with an engineering background, there may be some skill sets that you pick up from, let's say, Ashley or somebody else. But it's all about, the topic today is about realizing that training should be as unique as your needs, and we are here to help you with that.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Kim, for helping to elaborate on that.
Yeah, it's a new tool. We're really excited about it. So if you have any specific questions about that, let us know. I want to just let you know how to let us know. Daniela, if you can pop up corporate connections at ifma.org. That is going to be an email address that will message the entire team here, because we want to be sure that we're very responsive to you and we can answer your questions. If we go forward to the slide that shows all of the different paths, for any of you who may be interested in a credential or getting a certificate or certification, it's these items. So FMP and SF, the CFM is a certification. So that tests your experience and your knowledge, not something from a specific book or course. And that would need to be recertified. You do not need to be a member to take advantage or to gain any one of these credentials. I will share that we have member pricing. So that is something that we encourage you. And why do we encourage you to become a member? It's because there's wonderful resources that will help you. If you're not ready for a specific training course, we have a lot of great information in our knowledge library. The team mentioned our Engage platform. I see questions posted on there daily by FMs who need some assistance from other FMs with something that they're working through at their facility. So I'm gonna get off my soapbox now. I will ask David and Diana, if you would have one piece of advice for someone, what would it be as they're looking at their training? And we did not cover this ahead of time. I'm kind of throwing them a curveball.
I think it's just really important that one size does not fit all with training, and you using this tool is a great resource because it helps you to see, hey, where am I strong? Where am I not so strong? What parts of this do I need? So I would say find those. Don't be worried about finding those places where you're not so strong. This will help you to fill in those gaps, and that's the best advice I can give is don't be afraid to address those things.
Wonderful.
Can I give two pieces of advice, Kim?
Yes.
Okay. So my first piece of advice would be, one, don't try to take on more than you can at one time. You know, we have some people who want to come in and they want to sign up for everything all at once. And we really want you to take all of this in and really absorb the knowledge that you're gaining. So, you know, really everybody's different, but take it in little chunks as you can. Then the other piece of advice I would have is don't underestimate yourself or the experience that you have or the knowledge that you have. Don't be scared to try to go for that CFM. Hi, Don. Yeah, so don't be scared to try to go for your CFM. If you've got that the education and the experience requirements, you might surprise yourself. And that is a great way that the self-assessment tool can help you to assess that. But definitely don't let fear hold you back from giving that a try. So I think that would be my advice.
I love that. I think all of that's great advice. And I will add my advice to this, which you guys covered a lot of it. And it is this: remain curious, remain wanting to learn, continue that thirst for knowledge, because I've been with IFMA for 19 years and I have seen so much change. We've seen a great digital transformation. We've seen technology being embraced and pushed forward at an accelerated pace because of the last 2 years, and FM has been at the forefront.
Mhm.
So and I'm seeing on the right hand side, you know, people that already have an IFMA credential and they're still moving forward and they're looking to get their CFM. Carolyn is a perfect example. She's looking to start her journey for the CFM. This is fantastic because every day will continue to be different. There will continue to be emerging trends, emerging topics, and to stay on top of your game, keep learning and keep checking back with IFMA. We've got an amazing professional development team that is creating new content. They are finding the best subject matter experts. We're even looking now at micro learning units so that we can be more quick to bring you great training, but it's also in more bite-sized pieces. So keep looking, keep learning, and, you know, keep advancing, because that advances the profession. And,
Mhm.
you know, we need all FMs to have a seat at the table when strategy is being set for your facilities. This is how you're going to do it.
Yeah, correct.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, guys.
Daniela, thanks, Kim. Daniela,
Thank you, Kim.
Do you mind pulling up that last slide so we can share some of those resources? So like we said, if you have any questions, reach out to us at corporateconnections@ifma.org. We all get those emails. So somebody is watching that email 24 hours a day and we will respond. But there's our website. If you need some, one of those tools that I mentioned, if you take that self-assessment tool and you want to print that report and, maybe go to your boss or your decision maker to get help trying to pay for these courses, we do have a Convince Your Boss flyer, and then you can browse all of the different courses and videos that we have online through our course catalog. And if we don't have any questions, that ends our presentation for today. But please reach out to us at that email address and we will be happy to assist you with anything that you need.
Looks like we have a question from Cynthia Hernandez. She's asking, do we have trainings on capital improvement?
Kim, are you still with us, or did you leave?
I think she has left the meeting. We do have several trainings related to that, and we can reach out to you directly, Cynthia.
Any other questions in the chat?
Cynthia, please drop us your email and we will get back in touch with you, and so that we can find out exactly what you're needing.
Okay.
Okay, no further questions then.
Everybody have a great rest of your day. Thanks for spending some time with us today.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.